Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of the FootyBrasse podcast. Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest teams in the world who are running money laundering and probably drug dealing on the side, and that is FC Barcelona. How are
The
they getting
pace.
all this money while Messi left and they're signing mad players, they're moving mad. They're
I
moving
mean,
mad. They might be moving towards a La Liga trophy, perhaps even the Champions League. You never know.
You
So we're gonna
wild.
discuss about that.
You wild.
So, James, let's talk about Pablo Escobar's boyhood club, Barcelona. How they getting this crown? Let's start off. Who has the facts?
Aiden, you gonna take us away?
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking, what's happening with Barcelona? You hear they are in debt, you hear they are broke, but yet they are signing big players for not a little amount of money. I myself, I'm not 100% clued up, but fortunately, my brassa, which are really into footy, they're gonna let us know where it's at. Okay, so gents, help me and help our community. How is Barcelona getting money?
All right, Charlie, you can help me with this one.
Yes. We can wing all of the questions.
All right. So first of all, right, we all know Barcelona was in deep, but we're gonna go over that topic in how they got into this deep and all of that on a different video. But firstly, how are they getting money? They selling all the TV and image rights. Not all of them. I
Percentage.
think
Percent.
yeah, like a percentage of 49, so they can still be, the higher,
Yeah.
like,
They can still share. So
yeah,
basically,
the higher stakeholder,
the highest stakeholder. So they sold not too long ago, like
49.
last week. No. That was a paar weeks ago. They sold 14, and this is part of the You guys have obviously heard the economic levels. Economic
Yeah,
the economic levels is basically what they're doing now, which basically means you sell your future assets in a way, not assets, but assets. It
you,
is asset.
you for a certain amount of time.
Yes. So the 49% that happened a while ago, like a month ago, they sold 49% of I think of the sporting rights, the advertisement rights. That was
And
economic.
TV rights and
Least,
branding.
yeah,
And the
recent.
stadium most is gonna be known as Spotify Camp now,
Yeah,
Yes,
going
but
forward for a
yes.
couple of years.
Yes, so last week they sold the TV rights 15% only.
not last week.
It was 2 weeks ago, no, in the week.
No, about weeks.
Oh, a paar weeks, 15% of that TV rights for
Okay,
25 years. And
sure.
they got an upfront fee of 200 mil. Most of this money is going towards the 1.6 billion
Debt.
euro debt that they're in, but half of it will also go for transfer. So that is how they're funding. For those who don't know, yes, you're hearing they're broke and how they're getting the money. This is how they're getting the money. Also, they're trying to sell players. Not they're really doing a good job at that, but they are trying to sell
They
players.
and trying to get them
Yes.
off the wage book so they can register other players.
So how they're getting money, basically selling rights that they own currently. So like Yvonne said, TV rights, brand rights,
Branding.
that for a long
Yeah.
Okay.
term, for big upfront fee. And then obviously the money that they get, they will then split it with the people they sold it for whatever percent. So for example, the 15% in the future, every year, this organization that bought 15% of them will get 15%
Hmm.
profit.
25
Mm.
years sounds like a very long commitment. Yo,
Yeah, it's a very long
that's
commitment.
big
I
figures.
think, I
But
think, I think it's a very questionable move, but it can get them out of debt. It
if
can
it
get
can help them short term to keep them running
yeah,
afloat, then
Mm.
yeah, because they need cash flow. Because Bayern Munich genuinely believe that they were like not going to be in the league.
yeah, because they weren't willing to for us to pay in installments. So
Yes, because yeah, guys, most of you
they
If you know,
They-
most of the clubs out here, every club, every big club, when you buy a player, no one ever pays upfront fee. It's very seldom that if your player is going for 50 mil, you're gonna get that 50 mil. So most clubs pay that over 3 years, 2 years installments. No, that's excluding your add-ons. So so Barca wanted Lewandowski. Bayern Munich said they're not selling him unless Barcelona pay that 15 mil upfront because they genuinely believe, because of how bad the economics is looking at Barcelona, they believe that Barcelona won't be a club in the next 2-3 years. That's what was coming out of the CEO's mouth. So yeah, guys, it's a very intense situation. At Barca, they're like in the skak. They deep in the skak. Yeah,
we the ghetto.
they get guys. So yeah.
Deep in
Trash,
the
but you are
trenches, man.
trash.
Deep in the trenches.
Yeah, if you have any questions on any of the topics that we are about to speak, you know where to do. Leave it down in the description. And we'll get back to you.
AKA the DMs.
The DMs are sliding.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've got another question that I'm sure the viewers are dying to know the answer of. It's related to one of the goats. Big emphasis on one of the goats. But we're not going to get into that.
Who you go to?
Why did Barcelona lose Messi?
Okay.
Why?
Help me
That I could just, it's easy. So
Yes.
basically, in La Liga, they had the salary cap all along, right?
Was
Mhm.
always
So because it was
I
always
think
there.
always. It
It was
come
always-
It was
recently.
always there.
It was always
No, it was always there.
It was always
The reason why you think it came recently is because, Barca had that huge dip that they always had. So that brought down their wage bill a lot to keep the club afloat.
Mhm.
That's also going to be explained in the how Barca got in depth video. And there's this whole thing of a salary cap. You NBA fans, NFL fans,
Familiar.
yeah, like there's a certain amount of salary each team can give out.
depending
So
on how much they make.
yeah,
So it
Now-
all depends on how much revenue you're making, how much profit. Barcelona before COVID was the most profitable club on the planet.
because of Messi, because all the sponsors he
Brands,
brought in.
sponsors, Messi, search sales had the most of everything. They were up there.
Yeah.
COVID strike. Now, Barcelona, because they made so much money, the previous CEO, who was he? You know his name, Ivandre.
Bartomeu.
Bartomeu.
So he financially, okay, if no one saw COVID coming, right? So at the time before COVID, how Barca moved and how they financed, like the Coutinho move, the Dembele move, and all those, the Griezmann moves, all those players that they paid over 100 mil for, it was all short-term loan debts. Short-term,
But they could pay it off.
but they could pay it off, but it had massive interest. So most clubs don't ever take short-term. It's usually medium-term to long-term debts, especially if you're taking the high number. So they would take, and then they also needed to renovate the camp now.
Yeah, they're busy closing up the top.
Yeah, because it was becoming sus, basically, cracks, and it wasn't even to improve it. It needed a renovation. It was long overdue. They needed that. All of this debt came. Banks gave it to them. They always paid the debt, and it was so short. It would be like 3-year loans. They had 3 years to pay it back, but the interest was so intense on it. COVID came, obviously stopped everything, meaning they lost a lot of revenue, TV revenue, ticket sales. They lost a lot on ticket sales. They lost a
Because-
lot
That makes
on
sense.
shirts.
Because remember, Barcelona isn't a club owned by an owner. It's owned by the fans. So,
That's
so
Okay.
Barca makes their money through
their own money.
tickets.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
For
Publicly
example,
owned, ne?
Yeah.
If that had to happen and Abramovich was the owner, all he does is he injects his own money into the club to prevent the salary cap from dropping or to prevent the debt from rising. He'll take personal money and inject it back into the club. You know what I'm
Stimulus. Mm.
That's
Yes,
why
some-
I'm always.
yes.
That's why I
So-
always tell these gents, like, although I don't like it, but boss, I'm solely sold to an oil merchant.
Yes. So yeah, and then because of that, the books wasn't balancing. They were running in the debt, running in debt. Messi's contract, unfortunately, that year also came to an end.
It was basically a Miller week. So
Yeah.
back to basic situation. So since of all that debt adding up, that brought our salary cap a lot lower to
Mm.
what we would have liked. That's why I always heard that they can't register Messi
Mm.
because they have to get Titi or someone off the books. And see with that, right? Messi was willing to take a cut like 70% a pay cut, right? But he couldn't because La Liga had this restriction that players can't take a more than 50% salary cut of their salary.
Yeah.
So it was really preventing
Messi from
that.
Greece.
Yeah.
So it was literally, you would call it a perfect storm. It's basically a 1 in a million chance of that ever happening because you need so much things to line up perfectly for and everything literally lined up and he couldn't
And
and
So
if they had to sign Messi, right? So if they had to sign Messi to a new contract, then other players won't be able to register.
yeah.
so is each team's salary cap different?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Obviously,
based
because they
on
generate different amounts of
Yeah.
Yes.
So
cash.
you say
Okay.
Real Madrid and Barcelona, let's say, are the top two
That
salary cap or
that
like
the highest wage bill.
highest
Yeah.
wage bill.
Yeah, like a lot of you don't know, but Griezmann is on a 810,000 per week wage.
To
That's
play
more,
on loan by Atletico.
that's double what Ronaldo's on, guys. That's double
That's
what
per week,
that's
guys.
per week,
That's
guys.
almost
Yeah.
a mil a week.
They handed out outrageous contracts. Coutinho was on like 350 or something around the like entry level players like you
Samuel Umtiti.
at the point was 200.
250K.
Oh,
250K.
Yeah, he wasn't even playing and he was on so much wages. So it's bad finances on the CEO spot and Barcelona spot for handing out such like.
mm.
And also
Okay.
they used to buy a lot. Sorry, before you move on, they used to buy a lot of unnecessary players that they never needed. They
Yeah,
brought
they all
Alcom, just a whole lot of players that just why would you buy
just to
him?
be petty.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
you don't need this player, but okay, squad depth, but you still don't need the player, but okay.
So in South African terms, guys, Barcelona was moving
ANC.
like the ANC.
Yes, no, bruh.
Heavy,
Definitely.
They're moving mad, blood.
Moving
they're
mad like
moving mad, man.
AC, bruh. The finances
Yeah,
didn't add up.
The books ain't
yeah.
balancing.
Not at all, guys.
Let's keep the politics at the sports.
Nah, it's a good
You
reference.
almost mentioned
I will.
an individual by the name of Johan, but we don't want to go there.
Yeah.
We don't go there. Okay, so okay. This makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. I'm sure our viewers are happy with the
Hopefully.
explanation. I hope it's nice and clear to them. So, based on everything you guys have just mentioned about the circumstances, how they got there, what are the possibilities of where they might end up financially?
So,
Financially. So boss is still boss is
and
It's
no.
gonna take a long time for them to clear that. It's
not
gonna,
really, because I mean they cleared basically a lot of the debt with the economic levels that we were speaking about, selling their
Mm,
because they remember they can't wait to pay the debts, of course the debts are a short term loan, so they need to get it out the way. So they are paying it off. I give Barca like 2-3 years, they'll be back because they still generate a lot of money. They still eventually,
and
if they
and
restructure the debt, if the banks that they're with are, I'm pretty sure they did this. Like they just restructure the payment, maybe extend the loans, pay a bit less, and everything can work out. It might take a bit longer, but he can work out. Also, before the season started last season, they also got a loan of like, how much was that? 200 million, 25. They're basically taking out a lot of long-term loans and a lot of long-term
To-
commitments now.
To pay off the short-term debt.
Yeah, to pay off the short-term debt. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see.
Well,
I
you need
see.
to get rid of that short-term debt that's owed in the next 2 or 3 years that they made, you know. So that is the biggest downfall. Like, no matter, even
But-
City and PSG, even though they're making money, they don't do short-term debts. No one does ever. Like, so it was a really poor choice on. That's why that CEOs also they're trying to file charges against him. So I don't know how far that went.
Sure.
So Barcelona, you remember how Real Madrid used to move Galacticos,
Yes.
just spend money on top players. Barcelona was doing that.
Yeah,
Then
but
Yeah.
obviously Real Madrid changed their shift and they buy now quality players for a lot less or youngsters that are needed in a team. And Barcelona was just handing out money to
Yeah.
any Tony
and then
that played
also
quiet.
again,
So the
it's
shift in mentality will need to also happen whereby they go back to using youngsters from the academy
yeah.
to help not spend so much. You see now Pedri, Gavi,
And
Ansu Fati, they're coming through and also making smart signings.
yeah.
Help people on
Yeah.
free, let's say free, and don't need pay so much high wages.
Yeah, so guys, even those free transfers that they currently have, Christensen and the case, yeah, at the moment,
Casey.
Casey, whatever, at the moment as it stands, they can't sign. They can't sign. That's why Frankie needs to go. This is why Frankie needs to go, guys. Frankie needs to
By
go.
any means necessary.
Yeah, he's a must. He's a must.
But look,
They
it
throw
doesn't need to go as well. Like
nobody doesn't want to take a pay cut.
relax.
And
Let me
Barca
speak
still owe
clearly.
him money,
Let
man.
me talk. Let me talk. ADB. Anyway, they don't need to sell Frankie. Like, yeah, he's gonna help a lot, but remember, there's also like they can't get rid of the other players like Memphis, Umtiti, all those deadwood.
Umtiti was supposed to go, but he failed his bloody
Physical.
No. The
Yes.
boss was negotiating.
No, I read more into it, Ivandre. Wait, after that, we spoke about in the group, no? So I had to go check why I failed. Brother, man failed his medical.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, bruh.
Yeah, when you show it fit.
Because he played for such a long time.
That man was giving out oranges, man. Bro. What do you
He
expect him
didn't
to
play
do?
in such a long time. He went for medical. My bro, you're a soccer player, professional. You're supposed to be at least minimum like to pass a medical, bro. Man failed it. So they said, nah. Who was it? Rennes.
Range, yeah. Range.
Ren said, nah, they're not going to take this money. This money's not looking after themselves.
Man is vibes.
Pure
But
vibes.
nah,
So, yeah,
Yeah,
from
man.
my opinion, where they might end up is, that's is low-key a blessing in disguise. It's like Michael said, taught him to use the academy again, like Pedri and Gavi, like, because remember, Barca was signing players, and the golden generation came from the academy.
Mm.
Mm.
And look at how they're using the academy ballers again.
Yeah.
Pedri, okay, although he wasn't from the academy, like
but
we
still,
signed him from Las Palmas.
And then,
Yeah, and Gavi from our academy, Arajo from our academy, Fati as well. If Barca will be back, but these young players give him time. They just need to
And
find
also for the future as well.
and like in the financial situation, Jaden,
Mm-hmm.
players are actually willing to play for Barca and take that salary cut.
playing for peanuts at the moment, literally.
Some are volunteering, maybe. No, it's unfocal.
Yeah,
Volunteering.
Danny Alves.
Daniel Alves, okay, got released, but he was playing on €1.
a week.
That was his
What?
contract. Yes.
Oh,
Come,
What? How do I not know this? That's crazy.
Watch the group, bro. Watch the group.
we talk.
man
Yeah,
was
guys,
earning 10 rand a
guys.
week, man. Bro.
Yeah, it was
But,
in rand. Obviously, Kenny, you really have so much money. But I mean, it's
Oh,
wild that Barcelona is in such a predicament where you have to bring a club legend back and basically I can only pay you one. And then you throw him out the door halfway the next season. That's crazy. So
but yeah, you have to do what you have to do, no?
yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
much
But
more.
nah, look at
Oh,
players
Yes,
like Lewandowski. Look at players like Lewandowski. At Bayern, he was earning, I think I told you 11 mil?
Yeah, yeah.
oh,
11 mil a year, yeah. He was linked with PSG, City, Chelsea, so you can imagine he's gonna earn a lot more, right? He's now earning 9 mil at Barca.
It's a big drop, bro. It's a big drop.
Rafinha was offered more wages at Chelsea, but he wanted Barca.
So,
So that is a
the
good
name,
thing,
man.
because you're playing
That
for the
name.
badge now.
that's when you
That,
away.
that
You're playing for
name.
the
Away.
badge.
And that's something that
That Barcelona
Barca is
name, bro.
Because our Deadwood just is playing for the money now, not the badge.
Titi was, bro.
Titi checky foot check. I got my World Cup. I'm vibing.
Yeah, so. Any other questions, Jaden?
no. I feel that was super informative. Thank you, boys. Thank you for doing us the favor. I'm sure the community will show their love in the comments by subscribing, by sharing, and letting everyone know.
Their auntie,
Thank you, lads.
their mommy, the ancestors,
Oh,
who's
yeah.
side chick, your dog,
Side dick.
you know. What?
Away, man. Bro. Share those videos with your friends like
Bro,
how you leak your porn videos out here in the streets.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Dala.
You,
yeah, bro.
So please, you know.
Kiki, that
Because
Facebook hackers, share it.
Away, the Nayas hack my Facebook. If you're
Look at
watching this,
hack,
share
hack
the
the
video.
Nias accounts and share the
We,
guy. We love you for it.
Ah,
we don't want to see Teta and
Hey,
Mola just share our football opinions.
don't let your baby watch Coco Melon. What's it FootyBrasse podcast, man?
oh, yeah.
Oh,
Away.
because you
One
look
day she'll
Irish.
Start him off young, you know.
One day you'll thank our football opinions when she's playing for Banana Banyan winning the World Cup for
Yeah.
Oh,
women.
yeah.
Away. You remember this.
Thank you for tuning in. Owens. Thank you for coming.
Safe.
If you made
Love
it
you all.
to the video, we love y'all. No, always. Thank you for being part of the community. Safe.
Away.
Safe.
Big things are coming through soon, guys.
Yeah.
Big things.
Don't forget to end our FPL club for all you FPL lovers. Links
We're
in
gonna send that soon.
soon. Safe.
Sure.